All right, everybody, welcome to the Score Machine training. And let's get into the workability of how you're going to be able to utilize the Score Machine and benefit your business. All right. So here we are. Once we have logged into the Score Machine, this is your dashboard. Here on your dashboard, you have the amount of clients that you have registered in your software, the amount of clients that are not fundable, clients that are in the progress of getting funded, clients that have already been matched with institutions in the software, number of new clients that you've enrolled into your software, and then clients that are inactive. Now, this number here, you see it says total banks. These are the total amount of banks, credit unions, lenders that we have in the software. 4,565 banks and credit unions in the software. Also, too, along with those banks and credit unions and lenders, we have those products. Those products consist of car loans, home loans, personal loans, business loans. It's 13,252 products. Okay. So that is all of those options that you have readily available to you in this software. Now we have our fundability overview, gives you the percentage of how many clients in the software that are able to be matched with these lenders. This icon or this link here, this is where you can provide to your clients. They can create their own login. Okay. Now, what that means is they don't have access to log into your actual software that you pay for, but they do have access to log in to see exactly what you see pertaining to their report only. Okay. So once you provide them this information, they'll be able to create a login, and then they'll be able to see what you see, but specifically for their report only. We also have an onboarding link. So if you do not want to manually import your clients into the software, you can utilize this link here. And what happens is you provide your clients with this link, then they'll be able to import their own credit report into the software. Okay. Now, if you want to manually add your clients into the software, you'll go ahead and click right here where it says Add to CRM. The three credit monitoring platforms that we are utilizing is MyFreeScore Now, Identity IQ, or MyScore IQ. Now, if you utilize either of the two here, Identity IQ or MyScore IQ, we do require that you also collect those last four of the social. Okay, that's very important to be able to import that report into the software. Now, we also encourage you to utilize MyScore IQ because it provides us with those FICO scores. Now, remember, banks, credit unions, and lenders do review that FICO score. So why not upload the report that is in fact going to provide those institutions with the correct information? Okay. One moment, guys. My apologies. All right, so yes, we do encourage you guys to utilize MyScore IQ to import that FICO score because that is what the lenders look for in order for your report to be deemed ready to be connected to those institutions. Okay. We also have an affiliate program where you can receive monthly commissions every time that someone signs up and registers and subscribes under your referral link. And that's located here. Okay. So all you have to do is simply copy this link here, send it out to other individuals that have a funding company, credit repair, tax, if they have Telegram groups of that nature, you can send out this link and you can receive monthly commissions off of everyone that has registered and subscribed under your link. Okay, so don't gatekeep. Go ahead and send out your link so that you can receive those monthly commissions and help pay for your monthly subscription for the Score Machine. All right. Again, for the credit report, this is for MyScore IQ. So you can simply provide them with this link or become an affiliate with MyScore IQ and send out your own link so you can receive monthly commissions on that end as well, right? Let's go ahead and scroll on up here. Then we have our quick actions, get the credit report, go to settings, and we also have an affiliate dashboard. Now on the affiliate dashboard, you're able to see your monthly commissions, who has signed up under your referral link, and other options for you to be able to send out your link. So let's go ahead and go to the affiliate dashboard here. And what I'm going to do is click on referral links. Now, this is where you'll be able to send out or copy this link and send it out to individual, like other credit repair organizations, or if you have a community that you want to share your information with, you can send out this link here, the affiliate invite link, okay? Also, too, like you see on the dashboard, like I shared earlier, this is where you'll be able to see, your monthly commissions, the percentage, and as you increase your subscribers, that percentage goes up. Okay, so right now, starting off, you'll get 10%. Depending on the next level and how many subscribers you have who have subscribed under your specific link, it goes up to 15%, then 20%, 30%, and so on. Okay, so get those links out there so you can raise up your percentage in regards to how much commission that you'll be receiving on the back end. All right, so let's get back to our Score Machine page here. Gonna scroll on up here. Again, we have our calendar. On our calendar, it has the weekly trainings that we host 5 times a week. On Friday, we do have a mastermind, which is at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But in regards to the other 4 days, we do have weekly training that we host 4 times a week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what you do is click on that specific day and just click on join, and I'll take you directly to that Zoom call, okay? You can also add notes to your calendar for reminders when you do, in fact, log in. You'll be able to see, what specifically you need to do on that specific day, okay? So you can add notes to your calendar and also join on our weekly trainings. Let's scroll up some more here. You have this month's performance, new clients that you've enrolled into your software, clients that you've gotten funded, reports that you've pulled, and then invoices that have been paid. Also here at the bottom, your client pipeline, the amount of clients that you have in totality, the amount of clients that you've gotten funded will be located here that are matched and ready to be connected to the institutions in the software. Clients that are not fundable, any clients that were new for the month. So you can pretty much click on the different tabs here to take you directly to those specific names so that you can go directly there, okay? Also, too, you can click on each name. You can go to the work area. You can view their full profile here. If you need to disable their login, so say for instance you provided them with their login or the client login link, you can disable that here, or you can actually just delete the client in completely from your software. All right, let's go here to our CRM. Here in the CRM is where you'll be able to make any changes when it comes to the client's profile. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on the client's name here so you can see exactly what you can do. So you can change, if say for instance, if they've changed their login credentials for their credit monitoring site, you can go ahead and click here. If you need to fetch a new report, you'll click here to fetch a new report. Also, too, if you have any documents that you want to upload for the client. So say, for instance, if you have to collect any documents, you want to do them in a private portal, you can do that here. All right, upload or review profile documents, credit report information here, score history is located here. If you in fact have utilized our free credit repair software that's located in here, these are your generated letters utilizing this software. Any Equifax settlements or other creditor freezes, you can also do them here as well, okay? So this is located under the CRM specifically for each of your clients. Now, if you have any teammates or any partners or VAs, any employees, you can add them into the system. Now, depending on what subscription you have, that'll be the amount of users that you can you put into the software. Now, in order for you to add a user or employee, you go ahead and click on Add Member, type in their first, last name, email. You can make them active or inactive, create a a password, and then they'll be able to log into your software with these credentials. Okay, they'll be able to have access to utilize your software as you do as well. All right. So again, depending on what subscription you have, those are the amount of users that you'll be able to add into the software. All right. Work area. This is where we do most of the work when it comes to utilizing the software. So we will come back to this tab here. Feature requests. Now, say for instance, what happened here? One moment. Get back to my page. Okay. Let's get back onto the screen here. And my apologies, I'm not sure what happened here. Let's go to feature requests. All right, with the feature request, say for instance, you have a great idea that you think would help enhance the software. We for sure want to hear that great idea, okay? If we feel like it will enhance the software and other users would be able to benefit from utilizing it, what we would like for you to do is go ahead and click right here where it says new idea. You'll type in your title, description, if you have a picture of the idea, and you'll go ahead and submit. What will happen on the back end is our team is going to review this great idea that you have. And if it is something that will be able to enhance the software and also help with other users, we'll go ahead and add it into the software. Okay, so if you feel like there is something that is missing that will help enhance your business and your workability in the software, as well as others, we want to hear what that great idea is. Okay, so please submit them here in the feature request by clicking on new idea. All right. Let's go on here to the AI coach. This is where we have our chat here. So this chat was made specifically for credit repair or funding. So if you have a specific question about any funding or credit, you can simply type that information here and our chat will provide you with the answer pretty much. Okay. Let's go to knowledge base. This is where our school community is located. So if you do in fact want to engage with anyone in this community, we encourage you to go ahead and type in what's on your mind. Okay. In the classroom tab here, we have different videos of previous score machine trainings. Masterminds are located here as well. Okay. So you do have access to review those at a later date. Or say, for instance, you missed a scheduled training, you can also review those, review a live replay here. Okay. Subscriptions. Here are your subscriptions. Now, with the subscriptions, as you can see here, these subscriptions are basically what you're needing to be able to utilize the software, of course. So we do have our Pro Unlimited. This is where you get access to the credit repair software. So if you are in fact interested in utilizing our free credit repair software, where you have the ability to connect with our attorneys in the event that you have gone at least 6 rounds with the software and there's still no results in regards to anything being removed, you can literally tap in with our credit repair our attorneys, and they'll be able to further assist you with the litigation process. So again, if you are interested, I would encourage you to get the Pro Unlimited subscription. That is $4.97, but what I will share with you today, if you do in fact, or you are interested in having that free credit repair software, only for today, you can get it access for it for $297. So let me go ahead and drop that link here in the chat. You guys will have access to that there. So again, if you are interested in registering for the unlimited subscription, you can get it for $297 instead of $497. Okay, and that's only with utilizing the link there that's in the chat. Now, we also have our professional tier, which is $297 a month. And like I shared, you get an amount of 125 clients that you can import into the software, and then 25 users. So those 25 users will be considered your employees, VAs. Those will be the individuals that have access to utilize your software with their own login credentials. Okay. Now we also have a basic program where you can only import one client and one user, which would more than likely be yourself. All right. So as you can see, this is $17.76 a month. All right. So that's a huge drop. But again, if you do want to get access to that free credit repair software that is implemented into our score machine, I encourage you to go ahead and get started with the unlimited subscription. And now, like I shared, you can get started with that for only $297. The link has been dropped in the chat there. Okay. Then we have a phenomenal support team. Our support team is here available to be able to answer any questions that you have or any concerns that you have in regards to the software. You have the ability to submit a support ticket. So we do submit a support ticket. You, of course, will need to share the subject, what category it's under, the priority of it. So is it low or urgent? The description of your ticket, and then you'll go ahead and submit. And within 24 hours, you should receive some information back in regards to your ticket. Okay. We also have FAQs that's located here. Contact. Say, for instance, you want to call the support team. You have the ability to do that by contacting this number here between these times, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. You can also text this number as well. Then we also have our support team that you can email. You will receive a response within 24 hours. And then you can also live chat with our support team as well. And their response time is usually around about 2 minutes. Okay. So with our live chat, what you'll simply do is select one of the options here and then type in your message here and then send that message, and then they'll respond to you within 2 minutes. Okay. Next tab here are settings. This is where you'll be able to change anything pertaining to your profile, password. We also have our score machine agreement here. And also too, there is a funding module override. That is where our safeguard is located. So to prevent individuals from running the report down the drain and getting all of those inquiries, we have implemented a safeguard to pretty much protect that credit report from being ran multiple times where you're adding all of those inquiries. Now, if you are in fact interested in disabling this, or enabling this, you would go ahead and do that here. But please be sure that you do read everything pertaining to the agreement before you make that change. Okay. So that is located under agreements. Then we have our integrations. And you do have the ability to integrate Go High Level. So if you do have a Go High Level system, and if you are interested in possibly getting a Go High Level system, one of our members of our team will be able to assist you with setting up your home page, your different links that clicks on the home pages and things of that nature. They'll be able to help set that up for you. Okay. But for those of us that do already have a Go High Level, you'll simply add the required information here. Okay. Also, if you do have a credit repair software, say if you're utilizing M2 and you still have GAs, you can import your onboarding link here. Okay. Then we have our client onboarding link. You can change your slug to make it more personable for you. Okay. So instead of it saying sandbox, you can change it to leadership support, or let's see what else is in here. Cassandra. You can change it to make it more personable for you. Okay. Also, too, you have your client branding redirect. So this link, the onboarding link that you're sending out, you can make it more personable as well. So if you have a logo, you can upload your logo here. Okay. If you have specific colors, you can also change them here to match your logo. Okay. So that is located under integration. We have merchant integrations. Now we do utilize 5-star processing, and this is where you'll be able to collect invoices for individuals that you have in fact gotten funded through your software. You can create those those invoices here by utilizing our 5-star processing. Okay. And then appearance, you can also change that here. Change it from light to dark. Okay. Make it more compact, reduce any spacing here. You can turn off the animation so you see how in the background the lights are getting changing colors, getting darker, lighter. You can change that here. All right, so let's go here to the work area. Like I said, the work areas where we do most of the work to determine if a report is fundable or if it needs credit repair. So let's go ahead and go down here to click on a fundable report here. And this is your work area. Now understand here in the work area, you have different, don't move. Different tabs here where you'll be able to scroll back and forth here. So you have your analysis, progress report, underwriting, credit war map, automated credit analysis, credit repair, debt consolidation, funding audit, and funding. Also, too, pertaining to the credit report specifically, your overview, your personal information, inquiries, public records, accounts. All right. Then you have your credit scores located here. The accounts that you have on there, any collections, if there are any, will be located here. Inquiries, your utilization, any late payments. Okay. So let's go ahead and click on the analysis, and this is going to provide you a understanding of credit and why it's important for us, okay? So pretty much it's giving you a background or understanding about credit and why we need it. So of course you can go ahead and utilize this to possibly communicate with your clients if you need any extra support there. Then we have our progress report. You click on this icon here, and that's going to provide you with progress of your actual report. Okay, so the last report date is located here, the newest report date, total amount of negative items, items that possibly removed, or new items that are on the report. Your report is also consists of 5 different categories: payment history, amounts owed, length of credit history, credit mix, and new credit. And that's based off of percentages. So when it's broken down based off of your report, the percentage is going to be located here specifically for how your report is built. Okay, so that's that. Types of negative accounts that are on the report. You have inquiries, late payments, collections, charge-offs, public records. Then that's going to be broken down here. Okay, so for this specific report, the negative items are the inquiries, date that the accounts were open, creditors that they're attached to, the bureaus that they're attached to, and if they're new, still present, or removed, it's going to be located here. Then you have your credit history information is located here as well. Okay, so that is under progress report. Now let's go to underwriting. And underwriting is where this report is going to be able to be determined if it is in fact fundable. Now let me give you a little bit of background. These data points that we have within the system have been collected from our bank relationship managers that we have built a relationship with. Okay, so these data points are in fact imported in here, came specifically from the relationship managers that we have that we are associated with. All right, so if we go ahead and scroll on down, you see right here where it says, do you qualify? Now, as you can see, green means go, yellow means proceed with caution, red means not eligible. Now, these are the data points to determine if a profile can in fact be connected to the institutions in the software, okay? So we have the score, 730 plus, under 30% utilization, minimum 5 open primary credit cards within 2 years of good payment history, 2 primary credit cards with at least 2 years of age and 5,000 plus limits. No more than 4 unsecured accounts opened in the last 12 months. Under 4 inquiries, and this is yellow because our TransUnion credit report specifically has 4 inquiries on it only. And what the software is going to do, because we do in fact have this safeguard in here, it's going to only connect us to institutions that pull from Equifax and Experian. No TransUnion banks, credit unions, or lenders are going to be provided to us because we already meet the 4 inquiries. Okay. And that's why this is yellow. So everything else on this line is green checks, but the TransUnion report does have those 4 inquiries there. Then we have collections, charge-offs, late payments, bankruptcies, okay? Now, with this report, as you can see, the next steps is to go to funding, and we can go ahead and click on there, and that will take us directly to the funding module. Now we have debt utilization. This is your overall debt utilization for all 3 bureaus. Now understand that each of your revolving accounts should be under 30% prior to you going to get funded, okay? But this does provide you an overall percentage of each of your bureaus. Now, if there was any negative accounts on the report, it will be provided here. inquiries that are lowering your chances. Now, remember I shared there is a safeguard in the software. As we saw, TransUnion already had those 4 inquiries, and there they are, okay? Now with Experian, we still have 1 inquiry left. Equifax, we have 2, so that gives us a total amount of 3 pulls that we can utilize, but only through Experian and Equifax, okay? Any of the accounts that are on the report are going to be here: types of account, creditor, status, designator, open, the age, the limit, and so on is located here, okay? Scroll on down here. We do have a pay down option. So say for instance, you have high utilization on your credit cards. We do have a pay down plan located here. Okay, so for this specific account, as we can see, is 54% utilization. We want to bring it down to, let's say, 20%. It provides you with a daily rate, weekly rate, monthly rate, and overall yearly rate where you'll be able to just pay it out all at once to bring it down to 20%. Okay. So this can also be utilized for like a consultation tool as well to help you guide your clients to make sure that they do take care of these the high utilization. Okay, so we do have this pay down option. It's located for all of your accounts here, especially the ones that have the high utilization. Okay, so this is under our underwriting tab. Let's see, we have a question here in the yes, yes, yes. Right, let's go up to our credit war map. Now with the credit war map, we do have a chat where we'll be able to create letters to help you send out to the bureaus to attack those inquiries. Now, instead, some people don't want to contact the bureaus themselves and have those inquiries removed. You can utilize this tool here. Now, I don't want to click on it because I've noticed that when I click on it, it closes out the whole page, but I'll give you an understanding of how to utilize it. Excuse me. So what you would do is go ahead and click on Launch Inquiry Exterminator. And then when you click on that, the instructions are going to be located there. All right. And basically what you're doing is creating letters that you'll send out to the bureaus to have those inquiries removed. Now, we do also have a printing and mailing service as well that you can utilize to have these documents print and mailed out for you. There is a cost associated. We do not have that price list, but you do have the ability to utilize that service or just print and mail out these documents yourself. But once you do, in fact, click on Launch Inquiry Exterminator, you'll be able to it'll take you directly to that page for you to go ahead and continue to create those documents. Teresa, if you have a question right now on a specific part, just raise your hand and we can answer those questions, or you can come unmute it and ask your question.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was not trying to interrupt. I was just going to wait until you were done. But I'm already in something like this. And that's kind of like what a question I wanted to ask DeAndre earlier when because I wanted to do a one-on-one
Mm-hmm.
when he was talking about it earlier, because I'm already subscribed to something like this. I have someone that's doing this for me,
Okay.
and that it's been almost a year. So, I'm not gonna, get out of it because he's actually working and doing it well
Okay.
to get my score up. So that was one of the things. Like for this, do I have to do this or no?
What do you mean? Do you have to
Do I have
subscribe to the
to?
software?
Right.
So yes, if you're going to utilize it for any of your business, yes, if you want to, have access to the funding module, if you want to have access to the credit repair, the free credit repair software, you would have to subscribe. And like I showed you, if you were on,
Mhm.
I believe you were on, we do have it to where you can subscribe for, I believe it's going to go up to $47, where it'll just be one client that you'll put in there and only have one user. But
Okay.
yes, if you're going to utilize this software, you do have to subscribe to it.
Yeah. No. So I probably won't.
Okay.
That was my thing. Yeah. Yeah, so I probably won't. I
Okay.
was looking at it to try to see because I didn't understand earlier what it was, but I knew because I know I use what is it, Identity IQ.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, and that is one of the credit monitoring platforms that we do
Yeah,
take in the software.
yeah. But I wasn't sure, you know. I know he said to kind of look at everything, so I've been slowly trying to go through everything.
Okay. Well, stay on. It might,
Oh yeah, I'm
sway you.
not.
It
I mean,
might
it's
change.
still
Okay.
it's
Okay.
very informative. No, I'm enjoying, the training, what you're saying. It gives me, I guess, more of a background as to what the guy that I have doing it, that
Mm-hmm.
this is what he's doing.
Oh,
Because, like I
gotcha.
said, my
Okay.
score has gone, it's gone up tremendously from where it was, and
Mm-hmm.
it fluctuates, but he's still on it, so I can tell, the difference since we started.
Oh, good. And just understand, this is not only for credit repair. This was mainly created for the funding piece. So a lot of times when we are back in before this was created, we had to literally review each of the reports. This
Gotcha.
software reviews it and provides you with the institutions that you can in fact connect to based off of that credit
Mhm.
report.
Oh yeah, see that's awesome. That's what I was listening to. I was listening to you when you were saying that too, about this. So yeah, no, it's very informative. Carry on.
Okay.
I'm still listening.
Okay. Okay. All right. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So that is our inquiry attack. So these letters will be created based off of these inquiries. So what you would do is simply copy this information and place it into this chat. But once you click on that link, it'll pretty much give you all the instructions you need to be able to move forward and have those documents created. We scroll on down here. If a client or a report does need credit repair and you are happen to be using or would prefer to utilize the M2 software, that's also implemented here. If there is any utilization issues, again, this will be broken down based off of the different percentages that you do, in fact, want to bring that utilization down to. Okay. Let's scroll down some more here. Step 4 is the account aging strategy. So, say for instance, based off of those data points, two of those data points, which we have in fact seen, do not meet the age yet. Well, you can literally come down here where it says account aging strategy, step 4, and it'll provide you with where you are in regards to that specific account. Okay, so as you can see, it does require that you do have at least 24 months or 2 years age, but you can come down here and see exactly where you are and how many months that you have before you can go ahead and apply based off of those accounts there. Okay. So this information is pretty much broken down here. Then we have our aging or average age growth planner here. And say, for instance, you do in fact need a trade line. Now, primary trade lines are what get your accounts up possibly to where they are. So if you do have a primary trade line connect, that would be very beneficial for you. Based off of our calculations here, the minimum age would be a possible 6-year age. Okay. I know that some of the data points do require 2 years, but if you do fact find somebody, a trade line specialist who has those primary, not authorized users, but primary authorized users can sometimes be dinged because you're pretty much piggybacking off of somebody else's history, payment history, balance limit, things of that nature. Okay. With the primary, it's showing that your actual credit report was able to get approved for that specific amount there. Okay. So this is broken down here. That will be broken down here. We also have accounts pulling average down is located here, that information, and then accounts anchoring that file is located here. And then you have strategies on what you can possibly do to help you get to where you need to be in regards to the report. Okay. So that is located under the credit war map. I'm going to scroll back up here. We have our automated credit analysis. I'm going to ahead and agree to the terms here. And with the automated credit analysis, say for example, you are utilizing or creating your own letters. This process will provide you with those codes or detect what is hindering that report with these specific codes. So what you would do is click on accounts, and the law engine is pretty much ready to go. But what we want to do first is click on credit repair. So as we click on credit repair, we go right here where it says negative accounts, violations detected. So each of the accounts is going to be provided with this information. Now, this one specifically, Bureau Presence, trade line missing in bureau. If you click on applicable law sets, it's going to provide you with all the codes or violations that's being detected for the specific account. So again, if you are creating letters off of Chat GPT, you can go ahead and utilize these codes, basically letting, so those letters can be created. Okay. So yes, both. So if there's any need for a credit repair, you can utilize this. But if, say, for instance, you get a report, you import it, and they are ready to be connected to those institutions in the software to get funding, you can go ahead and do that here as well. Okay, so this is not this is for funding initially. But if you happen to come across a report that needs assistance with credit repair, you can do that as well, utilizing the software. And we implemented that because we noticed that every profile is not ready to be funded just yet because they do need credit repair. So why not have it implemented into the software that you're already using for funding purposes? You can keep that client, utilize the free credit repair software with your unlimited subscription, and then once they've gotten that report cleaned up, you can come back here and get them connected with those institutions. So each of the file, if there's any violations detected, will be located here. So if you scroll on down, say for instance, this is one of the files, you go to this next one, you're gonna always click on credit repair. And if there's any violations detected, they're gonna be located here. And to see what those violations are, you'll click on applicable law set. All right, so that is located under our automated credit analysis. Let me scroll back up here. Then we have our free credit repair software, remember, but it's only available for that unlimited subscription. Okay, so with our free credit repair software, it only takes you 6 clicks. Okay, so once that report is imported into the software then reads it, determines what negative items need to be removed or attacked. And let me do something here. I'm going to go to a report that is not so good. On credit repair, and like I shared, it only takes 6 clicks. So what the software has already done is read this report and let us know what is negatively affecting this report. Okay. If we want to keep everything selected all to have it all attached, you can do that, or you can click each of the lines here. Okay. So instead of having select all, if you only want to create a letter for this specific account, you'll go ahead and click that. But in this case, we're going to go ahead and keep or select all. So that's 2. So that's 1, 2, 3. We'll scroll on down here. We have our dispute type. So right now we have our standard, enhanced, and these are the 2 options here. Okay. Based off of how you would like for your letters to be created, this will be a more standardized process. The enhanced is a more, like I shared, enhanced. It will be more letters, verbiage is different. Okay, so we keep it as standard. We can also determine what round that we're in. So our first round is polite, second round is firm, third round legal, fourth is strict, fifth is threatening, sixth is strongest. Now, if you get to the 6th round and there's still no results, that's when you'll be able to utilize the credit attorneys that we have available with this software. And normally they do not take cases unless they are very aware that we can go through litigation. And these letters have been created with them also helping us out to determine if by the 6th round nothing happens, they are very confident that they'll be able to go ahead and go through the litigation, which means there's money involved that where you'll be getting money based off of those items on the report. Okay. So you go to your first round here. You also want to make sure that your documents are here. Okay. So you'll be able to upload those identification documents here. Remember, those must be attached in order for your letters to be considered through the bureaus. If there's no identification documents, they will not process your letters, okay? So make sure you do upload those documents. And then you'll go ahead and click on generate letters, and those letters will be created. And because there's no identification documents, you're going to get this notification. If you want to proceed, go ahead and proceed. And what will happen next is either you can print and mail out these letters yourself, or you can utilize our printing and mailing team. right. Let's see what we have here. They can. That's where that client portal will be in place. All right, so debt consolidation, Teresa, is what? So what debt consolidation is doing is they're telling you instead of you paying those companies, you're going to pay us. We're going to put the money in the bank. And what they're hoping is every month that you're not paying these companies, you're eventually going to get late payment, late payment. Then it's going to go into charge off status or collection status. Now, when that happens, they'll be able to negotiate on your end to pay an amount. And then what will happen is it'll say that this account has been paid, but it will still have those late payments that you've accrued from not making those payments. So, in regards to debt consolidation, it's sometimes I frown upon it because it's putting you in a worse position where once you're done with debt consolidation, then you need to come and repair your credit because even though it says that this account is paid, it still has those late payments on there. And then when a lender looks at your report, they're going to be like, hey, well, we see that you made a payment, but what happened to all of these late payments? I don't know if we want to go with you to be able to approve you with any money because your report is showing that you're not really reliable in regards to paying your payments on time. So I would say, I mean, if you're deciding to continue to stay with the debt consolidation, of course, stay with it. And then once you're done, then you can come in here and utilize the software to have those late payments updated or removed because that is not removed off of the report. All of those payments are going to remain, but the status is going to say paid, paid in a collection or something. I can't remember what the specific wording is. But if we scroll on down here, you'll be able to see the letter. So like I share, you can either download the letters and print them out yourself and mail them out yourself, or utilize the printing and mailing service. And I'm not going to show too much because there's a lot of information, but pretty much this is one of the letters here. And this one is 9 pages, and that's just the standard writing here. This is 19 pages. Okay, and let's see what we say here. Got you. I mean, not necessarily too late, but of course, you can always back out of something and say, hey, you know what, I'll just do it myself. Next tab here, we have our debt consolidation. I'll go ahead and click on the icon here. This is pretty much something that can be sent or created to have reminders. So say, for instance, you're struggling with remembering to pay, of course, your debt on time. What you can do is set reminders here. And let's see, let me go back here. If I want to Yes. So if you're going with the basic, it doesn't have all of these features, but in order for you to at least get all of these features, you would have to subscribe to the 197 option. So our basic pretty much has it doesn't have all these features. It does it I don't even I think it does maybe have credit repair, but you only have the option to do it for one person, not unlimited. Well, great question. That was a great question. Debt consolidation, no problem. And like I shared, you'll select your own plan here. So in order to create plans, let's say for instance, this one does not have a plan here. There are some options here. So the balance currently is $139, right? In a month, you can just, if you want to just take care of it in a month, there. If you want to take care of it in 2 months, and so on, okay? But if you want to provide, if you want to if you want to create a reminder here, what we're going to do is click on this icon here, go back up here, And this is where our reminder is going to be created. So you want to bring down your utilization, you can, change that here. The timeline that you want to bring down that utilization or that debt, you can change that there as well. And then the payment date, you can also change that there. You'll go ahead and click on here, enable payment reminders. And what's going to happen is an email going to be sent out on a monthly basis reminding you, hey, on the first of every month, it's time for you to take care of that. Okay, you'll save it. And when you go down to the bottom, you'll see this payment plan located here. All right, Miss Cassandra, what's your question? I see your hand is up. Yes, yes, ma'am. That they sure can. So their email is going to be here under their profile. So when you set that up, it's going to be sent directly to them as reminders to pay down that debt. Okay. So that is our debt consolidation. Then we have our funding audit. We're going to go agree to the terms here. And this is going to give you a projection of how much you can get funding on the personal and business side. Now, understand with the business side, this is still going to be personally guaranteed. It's not going to go solely off the business, okay? But you have the ability to only see the personal side, the business side, or keep it selected as both for again. So again, this is a projection of how much you can get funding based off of your credit score and the information that's located in the software here, okay? Now, if a report is fundable, you are able to click on the funding apply. So let's go ahead and click on here, agree to the terms. And this is going to take us to the actual funding module, okay? So we have three different options. You can utilize AI Match, which is going to basically connect you with the institutions that are in your area only or surrounding areas, okay? The hybrid is the mixture of the two, okay? Hybrid provides you with AI approach where the surrounding areas and then also too, if you want to pick your own banks, you can do that as well, which is the DIY builder. All right, you can change your state located here. Okay. Also too, say for instance, if you're doing this for for your business, you can change your percentage of how much you're supposed to get back based off of what you've gotten approved for your client. So say for instance, if you're higher than 10%, your 15% is your success fee. Say for instance, you've gotten your client approved for 30,000. This is going to be what you charge your clients because you were able to utilize your expertise to get them connected to these institutions. Ah, I would say get a partner. If you don't have get a partner, or partners, and then you guys could pretty much maybe split the cost of this and then go from there. Also, too, if you do know individuals that you feel like will be able to benefit from this, send out your referral link, and that can help you pay the subscriptions as well. So either have partners where we can split the cost there or go ahead and send out that referral link and get your commissions, your monthly commissions there, and then they can go ahead, that can help you pay for it as well. So like with as we saw with the subscription, you have a certain amount of users. You know, get a team together. Hey, let's go in on this software and then also send it out to other individuals and you guys can receive those commissions as well. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. So yes, that could be an option for you. Okay. Now, if we scroll on down here, you see funding strategy. Remember when I showed you guys in the beginning, you have what was it, 13,525 products. These are considered the products. So we have credit cards, loans, line of credit, SBA, merchant cash advance, home equity loans, auto loans. Okay. You can change it to only business options. Of course, those are minimized. Only personal options. Here's what you have readily available for you. Or if you keep it selected at both, you'll be able to have access to all of the products there. Okay. Now, remember, I showed you guys the software is only going to connect you to institutions that pull from that strongest credit report. Our TransUnion credit report for this specific client, we don't need any pulls from because we already have 4 inquiries. Okay. So as we can see here, American Express pulls from Experian. We only had 1 pull from Experian, but we had 2 from Equifax. And here they are. They pretty much connect you, the software connects you to these institutions in the software based off of that strongest credit report. Okay. So again, that safeguard is preventing you from pulling from TransUnion because you already have 4 inquiries. We don't want to mess up the report anymore. We want to only enhance it and make it to where you will, in fact, get those approvals based off of that score. Okay. So as we can see for this one, they've already applied, they got approved. Okay. But these 2, they have not gotten approved yet. All right. And that's pretty much the software. Now, also say, for instance, if we want to add a different bank, you want to choose from other banks in the software, you go ahead and click on this tab here, select the bank. Here are your options here. And again, it's only going to give you options for Equifax and Experian. Let's say we go with that one. Funding types is credit cards only. Here are the different credit cards that you have access to go ahead and apply to. And then when you click on apply, it's going to direct you to that actual application. Now, when it comes to the application process, that is solely on you and how you fill it out and how you collect all the information. But what our software is doing is pretty much preparing you and getting you connected to those institutions because we already know that based off of the data points and this credit score, you will get approved. But you must respond or answer the questions to the application correctly. We don't know the interest rates yet because, of course, that comes with the application process. But pretty much what the software does is review the report, connect you to those institutions, and then you go follow through with applying with those institutions. And that is pretty much it when it comes to the software. Now, does anybody have any other questions? Okay, not I. Okay, perfect. Well, like I share, we do this often. Okay. Um, again, you 2 were concerned about, how to pay for it. Get out there. If you already have partners or individuals that we can benefit from this, get with them and say, hey, we have this software. It pretty much takes all the hard work out of having to review a report and determine if it's fundable by just looking line by line on the report. It does everything for you. And if the client does in fact need credit repair, you can also implement that as well.
Okay. Yeah. So this was very informative. Thank you so very much.
No
I really
problem.
appreciate it.
Yeah, for
Definitely
sure.
insightful. I appreciate this.
Yeah, for
Yeah, I
sure, for
actually
sure.
learned a lot more about, mine, so that kind of helps me to kind of know where I need to go because that's the one thing I'm trying to do. I really want to work on myself before I can start trying to help somebody else,
Right.
you know.
And, and I come across that a lot too, where individuals are saying, hey, I want to do mine first before I implement it into anybody else. But remember, everybody's reports and everybody's setup of the report is different. So what
Right.
you may not be able to get approved for just yet, that other person
Hmm.
may be able to. And that could be, a testimony or for you to be able to be like, oh, well, I have a process here and let me run you through my process. Give me your credit report utilizing those 3 options. Let me review
Mm,
your report to see where you are to
Hmm.
determine if, we can get you funded or what we need to do to help enhance your report.
I see. I
Okay.
see.
Okay. That helps with
So
that. I
like for
mean, because like
me,
I said, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I utilize that for that matter as well as, to see if they are connected. So I'll request for them to give me their login credentials, and because they'll always be like, oh, well, I'm ready to be funded. Okay, well, let me see. Let me review your report myself. And then once you review it, you take or you get the login credentials, you put them into your software, and the software is going to tell you yay or nay, if they meet all the data points or if not. And then a lot of times, if you do have the resources of the trade lines that may need to be added, you can, get them connected with that so that they can go ahead and move forward with getting funded, or if they need some enhancement on the credit side.
Yeah, that's exactly what my guy. That's exactly what he's doing for me.
Okay.
And then, like I said, with the national, I use national debt relief, and
Mhm.
trust me, I really, really, really do want to cancel, but I don't
Mhm.
want to get any backlash from the companies that I have, in there, because I'm
Gotcha.
not financially in a position to say I can negotiate myself. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Mhm.
So it's a lot easier for me, even though it's costly right now. It's a lot
Yeah.
easier for me to just let it come out of my payroll, and
Mhm.
let them negotiate. And they have negotiated a good bit of them that down. Um,
Mhm.
of course, I would love to end the program much quicker than
Mhm.
what I'm in. But I'm just not financially at that point yet.
Gotcha. Totally understand.
Yeah. So, when I tell you I've been trying to do different little side gigs, right now I have an Amazon seller account, a store going right now.
Oh, good.
Uh, and I've actually seen some profit, even though I was able to start small, because I started basically with $150 investment. And that's what I
Oh,
invest. Each pay period, I take $150 out of my paycheck to buy my products to put in my Amazon store. And right now, I've made about 700 and something dollars from
oh, nice.
May to June. That
Nice,
was my
nice,
first.
nice.
Yeah, so I got my first payout today, which was $127.90, which may not seem like a lot, but hey, with everything
No,
else,
that's
the cost.
progress. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
profit I made after paying Amazon and doing everything else. So, I just wanted to see something that I actually invested in finally work.
Make a
Sorry,
profit. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Work, because when I tell you I have invested in so many digital products since 2024, probably the money I put into those products could have easily paid for something like this over and over again.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
that I've
Yeah.
spent, on digital products that have not worked for me. So, that's why I'm just like a little leery, like I'm already like overwhelmed with debt. So I'm just trying to get out of some of this debt, not because of the digital products, but just other stuff in life.
Life. I was gonna say just
I
life
lost,
happening.
yeah, because I lost my husband in January, and to a car accident.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Oh, thank you. And so, it's a lot. It's overwhelming for my kids and myself, you know, right now. But we that's what my daughter and I was talking about the other day. It's like she said, I just want one of these little side hustles to just kick off.
To
She said,
pop,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so,
Yeah.
so I'm hoping this Amazon account works for me. Like I said, so far, it's pretty good so far.
Okay. Well, keep at it. Don't get discouraged even on those months that it's lower. Just keep
Oh
going.
yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. Yep. Well, all right. Well, like I said, thank you so much. I really
No
appreciate
problem.
it.
No problem. No problem. Thanks for joining on.
Yes, no problem.
Thank you.
No problem. You guys have a great rest of your evening, okay?
You
You
as
too.
well.
All right, good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.